Here we go. Hey, it's Tony talking CarBiz. Hey, in today's vehicle video, I've got a 2023 Toyota Camry XSE. Hey, in this video, I'm going to dive inside and check out all the great interior features, including this cool leather, red leather. Like it? Love it? Let me know. Okay, diving inside on the driver's side, let's take a quick look at the driver's door. Of course, this is a black and red interior, so pretty interesting combination. Satin chrome finish all the way up into your door handle here, so a nice trim look there. Red leather padded armrest here. One touch up and down on all of your four windows. Power door locks, power mirrors, speakers in the doors, and this one has the JBL audio system, so 9 speakers. There's a bottle holder here, little pocket there, and then a puddle light down here on the bottom. Now this one does have a protection package which includes these thresholds, these protectors for the thresholds at all 4 doors. Pretty cool, a little extra. Also there's one on the back trunk as well. Dual power seats on the XSE with power lumbar on the driver's side. These are leather, red leather seats. They're perforated, they're heated, they're cooled. Little suede racing stripe. Height adjustable headrest. Height adjustable seat belts here as well. And then there are airbags down here in the seat. So as you move the seat forward, the airbags move with you for optimum positioning. Across the front of the dashboard, there's 4 of these vents with up and down, left and right, on and off. Trip reset, dimmer switch for your dash lights. And then down here, there's a whole pile of additional switches. Let me see if I can get some light on them. There we go. So what do we have? Automatic headlights, that's your high beams, on and off. Traction control on and off. 360 view on and off. Trunk release, gas door release, and heated steering wheel right there. That's $129 extra. Little storage cubby down here as well. Dead pedal brake and gas where you'd expect them. Hood release here. Tilt and telescoping steering wheel right there. Floor mats are extra. I recommend the all-weather floor liners. Let's grab a seat. Behind the wheel of the XSE, there is a lot of leg room, a lot of shoulder room up front. No problem for larger adults to fit up here. But let's get started on the steering wheel here. Well, before I did that, I wanted to show you the leg room. So I've got this seat basically all the way back, and you can see I'm 5'7". There's no way I could drive this car with the seat all the way back. So if you're a 6-footer, you're going to be just fine behind the wheel of the Camry. So the steering wheel's leather wrapped. This one's heated. That's $150 extra. It's the cold weather package, but there's only one item, and that's the heated steering wheel. We've got a driver's side airbag here. We've got fingertip controls over here for our cruise control, dynamic radar cruise control, lane tracing assist, and then we can change the radio stations. Over on this side, we've got controls for our information center, Bluetooth connectivity, and voice activation for our smartphone, volume for the sound system, and then up here, we've got paddle shifters right there. And we also have our headlight controls. No fog lights on the Camry at all. They do offer some accent lights for an extra charge. Here's your other paddle shifter over on this side. And then we've got our front washer wiper controls over here as well, which do have intermittent controls. Let's go ahead and start the engine so you can see how this looks when you start it up. It's actually pretty cool. It's a different look than the other Camrys. So we've got a push button start. So foot on the brake, which looks like I'm going to have to move my seat up a little bit. There we go. So foot on the brake and just push the button in and away it goes. So there's a little bit of an animation. That red Camry animation is standard on the XSE. These red gauges and the red needles are also standard on the XSE edition. They look really, really cool. You can see there's an information center in the middle. That's an 8-inch information center. And right now it's displaying the pre-collision parking assist, blind spot monitoring, and rear cross traffic alert. Using the fingertip controls over here, you can toggle through some of those things. So that's the tire pressure monitoring system. Pre-collision, there's a digital speedometer, and then if I go way up to the top, I'm going to get myself somewhere in here. We're going to find our fuel economy. See if I can get there. There we go. So we can go ahead and check our fuel economy right there as well. But a pretty interesting gauge cluster. I think it's well laid out and easy to read. Here on the center console, we've got, this is your upgraded sound system. So this is the JBL sound system with a 10-inch display, dynamic radar or dynamic navigation with points of interest on there as well. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and Alexa compatible. Sirius satellite radio. Also 3 months of their top of the line package, no charge. Then after that, there is a subscription fee. I love the dashboard on the Camry. It's swept away, so it gives you a sense of way more room up front. But then that red leather interior, so this is all red leather up here, and there's a kind of a faux carbon fiber finish there. Don't know if you can see that on the, throw some light up there on the dashboard itself. As we head down toward the center stack here, we've got automatic temperature control right there, so you can set it up for front driver, front passenger. Front window defrost is here. Rear window defrost is here with heated outside mirrors. So those outside mirrors have heating elements in them. And by pushing this button, it'll get the ice and snow off of the outside mirrors. Here's your push button start. I mentioned before that this is an 8-speed automatic transmission, so not a CVT with the V6. Leather wrap shifter. Kind of get that into reverse so you can see that 360 camera view. So there's your bird's eye camera view, and then there's some additional angles that you can change on here. So that's pretty cool. Gives you a good sense of what's going on around the car. Now this one also has, and you probably can't see it in the windshield just a little bit there, this one also has heads-up display. So up here on the windshield, there's a little screen that tells you your speed. There's a compass in there. It tells you the road sign, so it'll tell you the speed limit, that type of thing, all up in the gauge cluster there. So turning our attention down here, let me throw some light down there. There we go. So we've got 2 different charging opportunities or ports here. This is wireless charging, so you can drop your phone on there and it will charge. But then underneath there is a storage compartment. This is not locking, but it's a nice place to stow stuff out of the way, out of sight, out of mind. 2 cup holders here. Heated seat controls for up front are here. So you've got cooled and you also have heat, and they run independent of one another. Nice feature. Turn that down. There we go. And then down here are the switches for normal, eco, normal, and sport, and that changes how the transmission shifts for better fuel economy or better performance. Parking brake, hold, and your parking brake is right here as well. So pretty well laid out, easy to access. The center armrest is nice and wide, should be able to fit 2 arms on here. It is stationary, leather wrapped, red of course, and then a huge storage cubby down under here, plenty of room, and then 2 additional USBs, so a USB 1.0 and a 2.0 right here, or USB-C if you will. So up front, a total of 5 places to charge, and then there's 2 additional ones in the back seat on this because this one has the rapid charging system in the back seat. Here's a quick look at the passenger seat over there. Passenger assist grip up top, lighted vanity mirrors on both sides with extensions on both of those. And then the XSE does come standard with that panoramic moonroof. And so there's a shade up here, and you can open that up right here. Brings it all the way open, brings in a lot of extra light. The front panel opens, tilts, and slides, and the back one is stationary. So there's a switch right here for opening up that sunroof. And you notice it opens up, and it can go all the way back and let the air come in. That's as far back as it goes, and then you bring it back forward, and it automatically closes. And then if you want to close the shade, you can tap this button right here, and the shade will automatically close as well. Then what else is up here? A whole bunch of gadgets, buttons, switches. So overhead lighting, safety connect. So if you need help out on the road, you need roadside assistance, push that, Toyota will get you some help. And then our rear view mirror does have the garage door openers in it, and it's also an automatic dimming rear view mirror. And then back over to the passenger side real quick, I wanted to show you the glove box. Nice size glove box with the owner's manuals. There's no lock on here though, so it's not a locking glove box. And you do have bottle holders down in the doors as well, just like we saw over on the driver's side. So that's a quick look up front. Let's go ahead and jump in the back seat. So here's a quick look at the driver's compartment from the back seat. And there's that really great panoramic moonroof. If you sit in the back seat, that's awesome. It really lets a lot of light come in back here. Pockets on the backs of both seats. A lot of legroom back here in the Camry, so take a look at that. Now I've got the seat about halfway back, and I still have 4, maybe 5 inches of knee room. Very comfortable for adults back here. There are vents down here, which on and off, up and down, left and right. There's no temperature control back here. And then way down on the bottom, there's that rapid charging port that I mentioned earlier. It's an extra charge, but it's nice to have back here. I would like to see that standard on this level of Camry. Seems like a simple thing, that and the heated steering wheel. And then here in the back seat, red leather seats with a armrest with 2 cup holders. Pop it up and you can fit 3 adults back here. We've got 3 seat belts, again with the racing stripe. Now these seats are not heated and ventilated like the front seats. Only the front seats have that feature. And then there's also child safety seat anchors down here as well. No problem seating 3 adults back here comfortably. 2 large adults, no problem. And we've got some lighting up here. I like the positioning of these lightings because they're behind the backseat passengers, so if they need a read or something, they can turn those lights on. So I think that's a great idea. Passenger assist handles with coat hooks in the back seats as well. So very functional, very practical, and definitely comfortable with all the extra legroom back here. So diving into the trunk on the Camry, it has a really nice wide opening with the low lift over height, and there's plenty of room left to right here. If you want to load up a couple of extra, maybe sets of golf clubs, should be no problem. A nice flat low floor, and then that leads up into that opening so you can fold down the seats with a 60/40, or as I've got it, 100%. So a lot of room to put in your snow skis or what have you. There's your subwoofer for your JBL audio system right up there. And then your trunk releases, and there's an LED light right there in the trunk as well. Down underneath here is where you'll find your toolkit wrapped in this high density foam. And then underneath here is the temporary spare tire, and there's room underneath there, I think, for jumper cables and emergency equipment like first aid kits, but it's all tightly packed in there so it won't rattle and make a bunch of noise. Drops down like that. And then there are some hooks over here if you want to hang your groceries or get a cargo net. Cargo nets are accessory on here, a little extra charge, but nice to have. And then up on the deck lid, this is insulated, keeps it quieter in the car. And then there's an emergency release handle, glow in the dark, in case somebody does get stuck in the trunk, they can get themselves out. That's a quick interior overview on the Camry XSE for 2023 with the red leather interior. Hey, if you like this video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up, and then watch for the link at the end of this video. That's when I do the exterior overview and also a test drive video. So let me know if you like it. Thanks for watching.